Hello, welcome to another episode of Executive Talk. Those that are here live in our studio audience and also those who are watching us live. As you know, here with Executive Talk, our job is to actually bring you guys information that's going to effectively help your business grow. So any information, any guest that we have is for that purpose, to help your business grow, be functional, and just be very strategic. We have the rare opportunity to have the Greater Glendale Chamber of Commerce with us today, and we're going to talk about the myths of partnership. In order to handle that conversation, we have the rare opportunity to invite Jeff Allen, who is the Chief Operating Officer of the Greater Glendale Chamber. And we have Mark Smiley with us today, the Executive Editor of the Glendale Chronicle. So without further ado, help me in welcoming Jeff and Mark. How you doing, gentlemen?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you
for having us.
Thank you. So Jeff, just give us a brief introduction as to who you are and your background and why you belong to the Chamber.
Sure. Background, I come from a real estate background, real estate and consulting. About 4 years ago, the executive director of the Chamber resigned, and so we had an opening, and I was a member of the board of directors, and so I took over the operation, the day-to-day operation of the Chamber until we could find someone that we thought would be a good replacement.
Sure.
As it turned out, I liked it. I liked the people. I liked the work. It doesn't seem like work. Some say because I don't do anything, but it's a good fit. I tell people it's my pigeonhole, and so that's a little bit about how I ended up in this position.
Awesome. How about you, Mark?
Well, I was the second executive director back in 2002. The Chamber was founded in 1999, and from 2002 to 2005, I served as executive director, and then moved to California, but came back in 2008 and have been involved with the Chamber ever since, and it's been a great last decade and a half or so, and now I serve on the board of directors for the Chamber.
Awesome. And we both, as Chamber members, we love having you guys operate the operation, so thank you guys for all your support.
Thank you.
So, Mark, since you've been with the Chamber just a little bit longer, give us a little bit of background on the history of the Glendale Chamber of Commerce as far as the original intent.
Sure. It was founded in 1999. Jerry Peters was the first executive director, and it really was founded because back in 1998 we had a mayor at the time who wanted to put certain businesses out of business. And the chambers, the businesses really woke up one morning and said, we don't have any representation within the city. We don't have any representation at City Hall. So in 1999, the Glendale Chamber was born. And then fast forward to 2002, we realized, well, we have 20 or so businesses. Of them were Shotgun Willie's, were Alpha Graphics, were Pastori's Italian Restaurant at the time. So there were a good core of businesses that were members, but then we realized if we want to ever grow the Chamber, we need to expand beyond Glendale, because a lot of businesses across the border in Denver realized that, you know, maybe this chamber doesn't fit me or that chamber doesn't fit me.
Right.
And so we really created something for the businesses, and I think it's really taken off from there. So we went from 20 members, and then in 2005 we were up to 165. So fast forward to today, we're at 265. So I think, you know, that's kind of the history of the Chamber, and really the businesses wanted more representation, and the city didn't have a chamber at the time, so it was founded in 1999.
Gotcha. So what type of misconceptions do people have of the Glendale Chamber of Commerce?
Well, I think because some of those businesses like Target and Shotgun Willie's and some of the businesses along Virginia Avenue were some of the first members of the Chamber, people might think, well, that's just a Virginia Avenue Chamber, an entertainment district chamber. It couldn't be further from the truth. We have a lot of large businesses, mid-sized businesses and small businesses. So I think the Chamber has a lot to offer for whatever business you have, and whether you're a real estate agent or a person working at a print shop or a strip club. We don't run away from the fact that we have an entertainment district with 4 marijuana shops. We have a couple of strip clubs. So I mean, that is Glendale, but it's much more than that.
I see. All right. So Jeff, let's talk about from a member perspective, the relationship between members and also the Chamber. Now, from what mindset do you see members enter into the Chamber?
Well, the first change of a mindset is the perception that we might be just a Glendale-oriented businesses. That couldn't be further from the truth. We cut a wide path of geography where members come to Glendale, whether they have business perhaps in downtown Denver, and they perhaps might live in Parker or Lone Tree or Highlands Ranch or somewhere like that. And so they use Glendale as a holding period, as a holding place,
Sure.
where they come and conduct a good part of their day.
Gotcha.
And so that's the first thing. The second thing of the mindset is I think when they join the chamber, it really calls for a little bit of an understanding with the member on what level of commitment they might like to make. Some join a chamber just because it's said to do it, perhaps in a corporate manual. Others do it because they want to get the access to the networking opportunities and the other educational and support programs that are offered.
Gotcha. So what role and what is part of your mission does the chamber want to play in the members' business development?
Well, there's a couple of roles. First of all, I am often approached by outside businesses that are trying to get to our members as far as they have a product or a service. And so I actively listen. I want to know, what can I do to help our members? What would be beneficial to our members? Then I also am in fairly constant interaction with our members, trying to determine what kind of challenges, what kind of problems are they encountering in their day-to-day operations. And one of the most surprising things is that really almost all of the businesses have the same general type of challenges.
I see. So how should a member prepare to join the Chamber of Commerce for their best results, in your opinion, Jeff?
Well, it goes back, I think, to the level of commitment. And so what I really suggest that a business does is be present. We will match the new member up with an ambassador, and that ambassador's job is also to, and it's a great opportunity for the ambassador also, but that ambassador's task is to meet with that business on an ongoing basis and to make sure that we're properly getting them integrated into our chamber. Are they meeting people? What can we do to help them grow their business? That's the only thing that we focus on. How can we help them?
How can we help?
And I also think businesses need to think of it as an investment. It's not just membership dues. And they expect a return on investment. So I think, Jeff and the ambassadors and the board of directors, I think we all work very hard to make sure that members do get a return on their investment. So oftentimes, members will get an invoice in the mail 11 months after they joined. Hey, it's time for renewal, your dues are up. And I think if we really think of it in terms of an investment, then that really kind of goes a long way for how a member approaches becoming a member.
From the first day, we're working on retaining that member, and what can we do to show that member that other acquaintances in their sphere of influence would benefit by being a member of our chamber.
That's strong, and that just goes to show the power that you guys have in your mission for each member that joins the chamber. So again, continue that effort. So Mark, with you, what are some of the resources that the chamber provides in order to provide that best option for members?
We have a number of events, a number of programs, one of which, of course, Business After Hours, where businesses have an opportunity to network with one another at local businesses that are, of course, members of the chamber.
Sure.
We have a Business Before Business, a breakfast series that was started, and we have educational topics presented by business owners for business owners, and we do that once a month. That was just launched in August. Of course, very near and dear to my heart is the Glendale Cherry Creek Chronicle. Our reach is upwards over 200,000, where we mail to 84,600.
Okay.
And we print close to 86,000. So directly mailing the Chronicle is a powerful way to get the message out, and by that we're strong partners with the Chamber of Commerce. They take out 2 pages in the paper, of which chamber members can really take advantage of those pages and have a spotlight on their business. We have events that we list that might be at their business. So it's a great way and a great tool, great mechanism for businesses to get the word out. The ambassador program too is, as Jeff alluded to, wonderful program. We have volunteers that help with the ambassador program. We have about 15 or so now ambassadors that help reach out to members, remind them that an event is coming up. Just they do everything really, and when we stand up at the podium at the luncheon and we thank them, we really mean it. They're vital to to the survival of the chamber, because the chamber has 2 full-time employees. So,
Yeah.
as you know, it takes a village. So we
Yeah.
need more help than that.
That's right. Jeff, did you have anything that you want to mention on that?
No, just that one of the things that's really useful and the ambassadors are a great help at is when new members come to their first event, they're not a stranger very long inside that group.
That's good. That's good. So, Jeff, going with that trail there, what types of businesses fit the chamber in your?
Well,
in your
Glendale
team?
is primarily a restaurant, a little bit of retail, and a great amount of service businesses. The population of Glendale swells during the day to almost 70,000 shoppers and office users. So that's really the makeup of it. The drilling down a little bit deeper, most of the businesses are under probably 10 to 15 employees. So we really are a voice, a society for the truly small business that cannot afford or do not choose to pay the higher admission that they might be looking at if they were dealing perhaps in the South Metro Chamber or maybe the Denver Metro Chamber. We work and we are members, and we're very similar in certain ways to the Cherry Creek Chamber of Commerce. And I always tell people, I said, if you can handle both, it's good. We are similar enough, but we are different enough that it works.
Gotcha. Fair enough. So, Mark, this is a great question for you, because since you've been around since the inception of it, how has technology improved the communication between members in the business or in the chamber?
Well, tenfold. We used to send up smoke signals to tell people that an event was happening. No, seriously, we would mail postcards.
Yeah.
Literally mail postcards out to members to let them know that an event was coming up. And now, of course, we use email. Email was around back then, but wasn't as prevalent as it is now. Facebook didn't exist at all.
That's right.
And what a great way to get the message out these days. So technology just in general has improved so much in the last decade and a half. But the chamber certainly has really kind of gone with the changes, and boy, I'm just so glad we're not, and I know Jeff's even more glad than I am that we're not mailing 300 postcards out.
That's it.
It's a way to get the message out efficiently and inexpensively too. You might have 10, 12, 15 people at a company that receive the email, whereas before we would mail out one postcard to that company hoping that it gets to the right person. So things have changed quite a bit, all for the better.
Yeah, and that probably seems to be a good marketing tool for business owners, being on Facebook as well, being able to tag posts and have that representation on the Glendale Chamber of Commerce Facebook fan page, I'm assuming.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The Facebook page has really come a long way.
Right.
Jeff, under his leadership, has made sure that someone is maintaining that every single day. There's something new on there. So
Awesome.
It's a great way for us to get the message out.
Good. So this is another time frame in our show that we really enjoy, and which is highlighting business owners within the business community, because the business community is vital to our economy as a whole. And there's a couple of business owners that we would like to highlight today. And the first business owner is Drew Shockley, owner and operator of Call to Action Alliance. So without further ado, let's welcome Drew. How you doing, Drew?
Doing good.
Doing good. Thank you for being on Executive Talk, and just give us a little blurb about what you do and who you are and what you represent.
All right. Well, first I'd like to thank you, Maurice, and the Greater Glendale Chamber, excuse me, for having me on the show. Boy, it's been my great privilege the last 13 years to kind of be serving small businesses and helping them specifically with a unique website, and a website that has a distinct call to action. Among everything that you do on a website, all the digital marketing you might do to get people there, SEO, social media, all of that, it's action that makes the difference, because you want them to do what you want them to do, right?
That's right.
So, over the years, and with the help of partners, I have come up with an action formula. And I've identified 5 things that really affect getting people to do what you want them to do on your landing page, on your website. And so I really love working with businesses and kind of identifying what their unique passion is, and then leveraging that passion for to create a distinct website that really ignites their market to action.
Awesome. So what type of strategic connections do you look for in your business in order to help you grow and expand?
Well, number one, I'd say business coaches, because they're having similar conversations. Also, other marketers, because their services can complement what my websites do.
Sure.
And I especially love working with health service industries. Whether that's a doctor, the dentist, a chiropractor, a specialist, even a spa or a gym, because these guys have a lot of passion. And they help a lot of people.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they have a hard time differentiating and being different from the crowd. So I really like helping them.
Awesome. Now you're growing your business through networking. So give us your concept as far as networking is concerned. Why is it so vitally important for a small business owner to network?
Well, I'll give you an example. 7 years ago, I started a little group called Boost Denver.
Okay.
And Boost Denver is a free business education and networking group that meets twice a week in Denver. I started it because I learned firsthand how powerful it is to build trust by first delivering value and then building community. And that's why I like the chambers, especially the greater Glendale Chamber, because they create those unique opportunities for businesses to nurture trust, deliver value, and just have long-lasting business partnerships.
Awesome. Again, thank you so much for allowing us to highlight your business and keep on doing what you do in the marketplace. Thank you, Drew.
All right, thank you.
All right, we have another business that we would like to highlight today, and that is Brian McGinnis, owner and operator of Service Master here in the Denver metro area. So let's give him a round of applause. How you doing, Brian? You're no stranger to Executive Talk. We'd like to see you again. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you, Maurice. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Mark, Jeff, and the Chamber. It's great to be back.
So tell us exactly what you do.
Well, Service Master Clean is a commercial janitorial and project cleaning company. We specialize really in the recurring janitorial cleaning and floor maintenance, as well as project cleaning throughout the Denver metro area and Boulder County.
Okay.
We focus on accounts that include facilities like doctor's offices, other kinds of medical facilities, municipalities, event centers, retail, office centers, manufacturing, distribution, you name it, we can clean it.
Gotcha. So what type of strategic partnerships within your networking efforts do you look for?
Right, there's really three groups that we target. The first group is owners and managers of businesses or facilities.
Okay.
Because we can work directly with them and get right into the buildings that they own or manage directly. And then we also like to go focus on commercial brokers and property managers. That's because not only can we help them with their properties that they manage directly, but they can also refer us to customers of theirs if they make the decision at the local level. The last group is networking through organizations like the Chamber, because there we build strong and lasting relationships and build strategic partnerships. And also over time, hopefully they get to know us and they're comfortable referring us
Sure.
as a cleaning company.
Gotcha. And so in your experience with networking, how has it helped you develop and increase your brand awareness?
Well, with networking, especially through an organization like the Glendale Chamber, it allows us to get our name out there and keep it out there consistently. People not only know who we are, but hopefully they know what we do. Mm-hmm. And that's key, because a lot of times you'll know the logo or the brand, but you know what they do. So we like them to know what we do as well. But we also, like I said a second ago, we like them to get comfortable with referring us, knowing that we'll deliver and we're a strong, solid referral within the organization that can count us to deliver, because they're putting their reputation at risk too. The other thing is we like to be a part of the organization, in this case the Chamber, because we're a part of the community where we operate. And it's not just a job or a business, we're actually there building relationships, and we build friendships too. So it goes beyond just a business-to-business relationship.
That's it. So thank you again for allowing us to highlight your business also. Let's give it up for Brian.
Thank you.
I want to give you guys special attention to Brian and Drew. These are some avid networkers. They're out there. If there's an event going on, which as you guys know in the Denver community, there's a ton of events every single week, every single month. But these two are consistently out there in the networking environment, and these truly hold a true example as to what networking can do for your business. So keep up the great work and keep on doing what you're doing. So thank you guys for that. We'd like to turn our attention back to Jeff and Mark and get some of your final thoughts as to what you would like to leave people that are watching and on the fence about joining a chamber, and what would you like to tell them?
Well, I think give us a try. Visit ggchamber.com and see what events we have coming up. As I said earlier, we are at roughly 265 members, if I'm correct, and we'd like to get to 300. I mean, we're not going to beat around the bush here. We want to get to 300. There's something pretty special about that number, and we're going to work very hard in the balance of this year and in 2017 to get to that 300 plateau. And so I encourage anybody watching that is thinking about joining this particular chamber or any networking group, give us a try, and we'll make it worth your while, and we'll make it the return on investment quite powerful.
Awesome. And as the COO, Jeff, give us your final thoughts for an up-and-coming member.
Well, as Mark said earlier, it is an investment. And so what I promise to those investors is there someone that we can help you meet? Is there something we can do to help you grow your business? Is there some piece of legislation out there that's harmful or helpful to you that we can help you at the state level with? And then the other thing is, can we back it up with training and informative seminars and such, which we now have in place? And the last piece of it is that we are the economic development arm of the city of Glendale. And so my job is to work in conjunction with the businesses and the members of our chamber and our residents to drive every conceivable dollar that I can of business to our membership.
Gotcha. All right. You guys heard it here. Now here's my final thought for Executive Talk. Joining and becoming a member. Anybody can join a Chamber of Commerce. That's the easiest part of belonging or going to the chamber, is joining. Becoming a member means going to the events, being very active like Brian, like a Drew, and attending the events and networking, having your business cards and being ready, and look at it as a long term. This is a marketing item in your business. So if you think about your business plan, this is part of the marketing item, which is networking and word of mouth networking. And the chamber has done a fantastic job of providing resources for you to get involved in and to spread the word. So again, don't just join, be a member. If there's any member that's on the fence right now, you can always start again today and become a member and go back to the events and go back to your original plan. I would like to invite everybody to follow our conversations here with Executive Talk here on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Follow us on Twitter and also on Instagram to follow more of the conversations. But Jeff, Mark, and myself, we have to get back to work. So you guys have a great day. Thank you, gentlemen.